director of the Educational Leadership Doctoral Program at San Francisco State University. I have been the director since January of 2009, and I have both responsibilities as a faculty member here. I'm a full professor here at the university, and also to direct this program. I come from the community colleges originally. I spent 40 years in the community colleges since 1969, where I started as a part-time teacher of history and evolved to become, over the 40 years, a dean and then ultimately a vice chancellor at City College of San Francisco. I emerged as the president of the Community College Council of the California Federation of Teachers, and I led that organization, which represented about 17,000 faculty in California and community colleges. I led that for about 10 years. And then I got an opportunity to come to be the director here and help to train the next generation of leadership for schools and community colleges, and I'm just delighted to be able to have that opportunity at the end of my career. My interests in critical issues in education, they've been primarily focused on the issue of pre-collegiate basic skills in the community colleges. And it fits with the work I did previously to the research I began, where I was very much involved with people, many of whom were third grade literate or fourth grade literate, people in the South and in Harlem and East Harlem, who barely had a formal education, but were extraordinarily bright and insightful people. When I was at City College of San Francisco, I was the Dean of Research Planning and Grants. So part of the work I did in the research area of my responsibility was to look in depth at the condition of basic skills students and their capacity to achieve college level work during the time they were there. I went on to do a major work with a group of people on looking at the impact and effect of the Basic Skills Initiative, which was a state-sponsored multi-million-dollar effort to improve basic skills achievement in the community colleges. And we wrote that up as a book on basic skills in community colleges, which has been published, I think it was published in 2009, 2010. I'm interested in students who are already very intellectually engaged. They're already very passionate about taking their commitments around social justice and human and civil rights to another level. It's not so much the position that they bring into the program, dean, director, teacher, principal, assistant principal, as much as it is the intellectual baggage and I guess the political baggage as well that goes with it. That seems to me to be a real critical factor toward turning out a new generation of people who are going to have a tough road to hoe out there. It's just not an easy time, but it's a very exciting time. We hope them to be scholar practitioners, okay? Instead of just being derivative of what you see in your world of practice, you're going to take a larger road that comes from the educational researchers, the thinkers who are in the academy and so on and so forth, and reintegrate them into your practice. Tough thing to do. This is probably the only time in your life, a luxury, to be able to dive deep and to just hang around in the shallow water is not all that useful, particularly because you're putting in all this time, all of the resources that go with it, and the stakes are pretty high because your expectation of yourself goes up. You're in a doctoral program. You're part of the tiny elite in this country that gets a doctorate. And yes, we think that it should be an experience that you return to over and over again in your life.